You know him as a great money manager. I know him also as a very gifted and smart accountant. Dan Geltrude, on what you do now, especially if you owe some money now, after this. All right, today is tax day. You might recall that April 15th normally is. They pushed it back with the coronavirus. So today is your tax filing deadline. That does not necessarily mean you have to pay everything through the nose. Today, Dan Geltrude joins us, Geltrude & Company founder. Dan is an impeccable money manager and an incredible and prescient guy on market trends. For example, he didn't lose faith when we were in the middle of that March meltdown. But more important than that, he's an accountant and a damn good one. So he can help us with this. Dan, always good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Neil.
So this is the deadline day. What if you owe a lot of money? Do you have to pay that today?
Well, you sure do, or you got to try to make an effort to do that, Neil. So let's really break this down. Welcome to April and July. So you have to, for tax purposes, realize it's April 15th. What does that mean? Well, it means your tax return is due today, or you file an extension until October 15th. However, your taxes are still due. So first and foremost, 2019 taxes, whatever balance you owe, due today. First quarter for 2020, due today. Second quarter for 2020, due today. IRA or Roth IRA payments due today, and HSA payments due today for your health savings account. So yeah, Neil, there's potentially a lot of payments to be made when, for many people, cash is running thin right now. So if you find yourself in a position where you can't make the payment, please file your return anyway, and then you can try to work out a payment plan with the IRS after the fact.
You know, I was talking to someone at the IRS who gives me a lot of data. I always get nervous because it shows up on my phone, IRS. And, But anyway, the gist of it was this, that we won't, Neil, force these issues on people or be difficult with them. But I can't imagine if you owe money, especially a lot of money, that, you know, they won't write you again and they might not call you again. You know what I mean? Like, they're not just going to let that pass, right?
I don't foresee a kinder and gentler IRS here. I mean, they're dealing with their own issues related to the pandemic and short-staffed and working remotely and doing all those things. However, the rules are the rules. Taxes are due and tax returns are due. And I think that we're going to see the IRS ultimately come around with enforcement. It may take them a little bit longer, Neil, but it doesn't mean that they're not coming. So I would not rely on that the IRS is going to, you know, back off on this issue. You need to pay attention to it, and you need to get it done today.
All right. Any advice for people who are going to get mainstream back into work, whether they physically return to work and get back themselves? A lot of them have been battered financially. About 70% of Americans, we're told, that have come out of this less well off than they were going into it.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Neil, that there's some real financial challenges for a lot of people out there. And as I said before, you could be caught in a position where you have taxes due and simply don't currently have the cash flow. So you have to do the best you can. The one place you don't want to be indebted to is the IRS, because they never go away. It's not like you can even get away from it with bankruptcy. So you really have to take a hard look at your finances, see where you owe money beyond the IRS, see if you could take some time there and make sure you get those payments into the IRS the best you can.
All right. Boy, you said that 5 different ways. All right, I get it. All right, pay them. Don't dodge them. All right, thank you, my friend Dan Geltrude. Well, the market right now more concentrated on these promising vaccines and